Today we're going to look at how to play table battles. Each player is going to have a set of formation cards belonging to one of two wings. So this player has a red and a pink wing, and this one a blue and a dark blue wing. Let's look at this card in particular here. This number here is its strength. That's the number of wood bits it has at the start of the battle. Each time it takes a hit, it's going to lose a stick, and when they're all gone, the formation routes. When a formation routes, you lose morale cubes. When you run out of morale, you lose the game. Easy peasy. This is the dice area, which tells you what kind of dice can be placed on the card. Schulenberg here can only get 5s, and the brackets around the 5 means he can only get 1 die per turn. So the build up for an attack is going to take several turns as he places a die. The next turn, maybe he rolls a 5, he places a die. You can't place them all at once, just one at a time. So on your go, you have an action phase where you spend all the dice on one card to take one action, and a roll phase where you roll the dice you have available and assign dice to one card for each wing. The most common action is an attack, and each attack has a target. If the first target, so the target here, the first one is Valar, if he's routed, then you can attack the next target. So Schulenberg here will attack Valar. It says 1 hit per die, 1 self per action. So for every die on the card, I do 1 hit. And for taking the action, I take a hit on myself. Valar, on the other hand, just does 1 hit with his action. Let's take a look at Valar here. So he just does 1 hit with his action. But it's easier for him to place the dice, because he can get 5s or 6s, and he can place multiple dice on a turn because he doesn't have the brackets. He had a pretty good defensive position historically, and is a pretty good commander, and this is one way the game abstracts this. Now, an action can trigger a reaction from the enemy. If Valar has a pair, he can screen any attack from Schulenberg. It cancels the attack. And this isn't an optional thing, it's mandatory. If you can react, you must react. And this is the key. If you react on my turn, which again you are required to do if you're able to do so, you don't get an action on your next turn. Your action phase is skipped. So if I attack, I know you're going to block it. So maybe I do that so you can't block me somewhere else. Maybe to get the dice off that card so you can't use it to attack. Maybe to force you to skip your action so you can't attack me elsewhere. And that gives me some time, some breathing room to set up a unit to respond to that attack elsewhere. And this really is the meat of the game. If that sounds compelling to you, this might be the game for you. If not, then probably not. Either way, it will be available in early September. And that's it for today.